com and the director of the Texas Short Film Festival. We're hanging out here with Philip Sedgwick, director, who has his film Meteoric that's going to be streaming at the Texas Short Film Festival Fall 2022 event in San Antonio, Texas on October the 22nd. Thank you for joining us, Philip.
My pleasure, Michael. Glad to be here.
Well, I don't want to give away the end of the movie, so please take a moment and let me know, what is the synopsis of Meteoric?
The synopsis of Meteoric. Well, the genesis of it kind of feeds into the synopsis. One night watching the news, I saw this meteor come down in Arizona, and it was like, oh man, that was awesome. And I thought, geez, wouldn't it be interesting if people went out to find a meteorite, because they do. That's a whole big thing. There's a whole culture of meteorite hunters. And wouldn't it be interesting if two couples who were very different in nature arrived at the meteor at the same time? And wouldn't it be interesting if the guys in the couple both wanted to do something like they're going to end up cutting the meteorite up, and the women are going, no, you can't do that. That's a gift from the sky, man. You got to, just because something new shows up, you can't take it apart and see how it works. I mean, that's like how you approach discovery. So it's a concept about discovery. It's a concept about relationship choices. And ultimately, it just might be a love story between two meteorites. It's hard to know. Depends on how one might take their own interpretation.
Well, this film is nominated for the Best Drama Film Award. Obviously, the judges see a lot in this film and really enjoy the production of it, and just the overall product. It's a really fun ride with good actors. Creatively, I'm going to show some pictures from the film as well. But creatively, what was your inspiration for putting this film together?
Well, really, it was seeing the meteorite come down and just being absolutely inspired and awestruck by it. And I thought, if I could get the dash cam video, and I actually tracked down the guy that shot the dash cam video. It was 4 a.m. He was driving down this road in Tucson, just captured this meteorite coming down. And he was most amenable and said, yeah, you can go ahead and use my video. So I did an up-res on it after that to bring it up to, our film standards. Couldn't do anything about the windshield or the lens of the dash cam. But regardless, we got that. And then I thought, okay, well, this is something that's on the list. Now, what actually happened was with my previous film, Zap, which you guys screened in a couple of places, mm-hmm. We got into the Silicon Valley Film Festival, and I got talking to the director of that festival, Christina July Kim. And I said, yeah, you could be one of the actors in this film. And she said, well, I'd love to read the script. She read the script. I got an email back from her like 10 minutes later that said, yeah, I want to do this. And then she said, let's do this. So she became the executive producer, which, as filmmakers know, that helps a lot, having one of those. And so we got this thing put together, and we shot last April here in Arizona. Brought our gang in, and we just put it together. And it's like, okay, let's make a film that causes people to think that we were following a little bit of Don't Look Up. It's like, you got to keep looking up. You got to continue to have awe of what's above. There's a lot out there that's pretty inspiring. And so, we were striving to bring all those messages together, as well as, hey, make good conscious choices. That's always helpful in life.
Yeah. All right.
Like making a movie is a good conscious choice.
Anything on a technical level you can tell us? Maybe anything you learned, maybe anything you said, you'll take to another production, anything that stands out production-wise?
Well, the first day, we had our first location, which is where the majority of the film was shot. And when I say the majority of the film, I mean 12 pages of our film. We had one day to do that. And so we had 2 days of shooting jammed into one. And it was, we had 2 cameras. And, one of the big issues was I didn't have time to check all of the shots on both cameras in between takes. And ideally, that's something that you want to have time to do. So, make sure that you got good takes on the monitors and things along that line. And so we had that consideration. The other thing is it was so damn windy. I mean, the wind was never under 35 miles an hour, and our post-production sound took a while.
Mm.
Just to get that out. There's a couple of places where you can hear the wind, but you see the bushes moving in the background, so kind of makes sense you hear a little wind. But there was that. And then I'll tell you something else I learned from my sound guy. One of the actresses had a polyester blouse, and when the wind was blowing, it was blowing the polyester over the mic.
Oh
And
no.
we had so many weird noises on one mic. It's like, what the hell is that? So we had to get very creative in our post-production sound, and we ended up getting with our composer and saying, okay, look, every time, and here's the other interesting thing. Every time the actress said an S word, the noise got increased. And it's like,
Oh.
what the hell is that? Like strange was one of the words. And
Mhm.
it's like, why is that making so much noise when she says strange? Is this like a cosmic message? So we inserted some music to go ahead and distract your attention from the wind noise over the microphone. So don't wear polyester. Give your actors' bodies a chance to breathe through their clothes.
Good
Um,
advice.
so we had that issue. But we shot in April. I mean, we spent a lot of time in exterior mode in Arizona, so we
Mhm.
were ever aware of things that you might encounter in Arizona, like snakes and things like that. Fortunately, we didn't have any. We did have cows. Where we shot the first day, it was open range. And here's an Easter egg question: how many cows are in our film?
I have no idea. Two, three cows?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and fortunately, you couldn't get the cows to come back through the take,
Yeah.
so it's like, yeah, we like that take. The cow walked through the background, it's like, okay, you're gonna stick with everything then. The cow didn't cooperate in going back. The cow just
Oh
was
my
like,
goodness.
what? I'm not
Oh my
SAG.
goodness. Good stuff. What do you got planned for the future? You
Hmm.
obviously put out a lot of material. We'd love to know what you're working on.
Yeah, well, a couple of things. I have another short western I want to do. I want to do it at one of the old western locations in Arizona because they're just so rich, and it's about a young female director trying to direct a western, and nobody on set can figure out why their cowboy hats are disappearing,
Uh-oh.
and you can't shoot without a hat. That's
Yeah,
the name of the film. You can't shoot without a hat. So
that's
there's
funny.
that. I have two features. I just actually completed a feature. I have a feature that it's called Neon Cactus. It's an incredible story about healing wartime post-traumatic stress. And it's an amazing script, if I do say so myself. And I'm working to get that done. That's a little bigger than what I feel capable of directing right now. So I just finished writing a script that I am comfortable directing, and so I'm also working to get that out there. It's the name of that project is Yet Untitled, because it is yet untitled. But that's a story of a writer who dreams what actually happened in a case that the FBI is investigating, and so the screenwriter actually becomes a suspect in the investigation that's ongoing.
Okay.
Not
All
that ever
right.
happened to a screenwriter, but it's like it could.
Sounds cool. Sounds good. Well, we're looking forward to your productions. You've been in so many of our festivals. You know, our company, we respect you as a filmmaker and a screenwriter, and we just appreciate you sticking with us over the years. You're like a Lifetime Achievement Award nominee at this point. So,
Well, hey, thanks, Michael. I appreciate it.
well, congrats with this film. We can't wait to show it in front of the audience in Texas, and hopefully your actor can show up, and we'll see them there.
Yeah, you'll enjoy them, and thank you to the screeners and judges for selecting the film. That's always something that filmmakers appreciate. You know, when you get your little notification that comes in, it's like, yes, that's a good day. So,
Thank you. Well,
so
you
thank
earned
you
it.
to them, and may the film muses impact their judgment as they go through the selection process, the final selection process.
Good stuff. We appreciate the kind words, and thank you again for your time today.
Well, thanks for all you do, Michael.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Okay.